So this video was inspired by a Twitter post and a Facebook post my buddy Paul from Team APS made. So shout out to bro. He pretty much said, and I quote, "I think Yu-Gi-Oh needs to go ahead and just merge the TCG and OCG already. Products, balance, everything. No real need for separations and." Especially in 2025, when more and more games are moving to synchronized releases, card reveals can feel more universally hype, and it also make the world's format feel relevant. And I am 100% in agreement because for as long as I know, man, the game has been split since the beginning. Now, back in the day, this made sense because I think Yu-Gi came out in Japan like what 98, 97, and then it didn't reach the US until 2002, and I'm pretty sure the rest of the world at the same time outside of Japan. So it made sense that the OCG was already ahead, and with Konami really not knowing how the property of Yu-Gi-Oh would do in the West and around the world, they didn't. I mean, it only made sense to kind of like release the older stuff and not give us the newer stuff right away. And then also too, for you guys that didn't grow up in the pre-internet days like myself, I'm ancient. We didn't really have access to stuff in Japan. So we didn't really like if Yu-Gi-Oh came out and when Yu-Gi-Oh hit the United States. I mean, yeah, we had the internet back in 2002, but everyone wasn't really searching on the internet for new sets. There wasn't a lot of websites and forums telling you guys how to build the best deck. That stuff was starting out, but in the beginning, we didn't really have access to what the OCG was doing. I'm pretty sure there were some small forums like AOL chats and things like that. However, it wasn't really as in depth. Now in 2025, the way Konami is running things, in my opinion, is outdated. Like, there's nothing more frustrating and annoying knowing that we have things called the tactical tri decks in the OCG, which gave my favorite deck, Heroes, a lot of support, and as well as a lot of you guys' favorite deck, Dark Magician, a lot of support. And we still do not have that stuff in the TCG. We don't even have an announcement. I watched a lot of the San Diego Comic reveals, and they revealed everything except stuff that didn't have anything to do with Tactical Try. And yes, this is a rant video. If you guys want to hear me rant, click off the video. I'm really annoyed at this, and going back to Paul's tweet slash post about just merging everything. This is something I've been feeling for a while because like it really makes no sense in an age of the internet for companies. Cause Yu-Gi-Oh is not the only company that does this. Apparently, I did do a little research before the video. Pokemon does the same thing as well, where their card game they have stuff come on the OCG first, then a set release later in the TCG for their version of OCG TCG, and it's just so old school. Like once again, man, this is 2025. This ain't 1990. This ain't freaking this ain't back in the day. This is modern era of gaming, and most players want things synchronized together. I mean, just think about it. Imagine if we, as TCG players, when we make it the worlds, had an even footing with the OCG. It'd make worlds so hype because we wouldn't need what's called the specialized world ban list. Because the world championships for Yu-Gi-Oh, in my opinion, is the most non-relevant event of Yu-Gi-Oh. To me, Worlds is Nats for each selective region. After that, it's like you go play a mystery format of what Konami want the balance to be, and then bam, you guys play that. The pros figure out what's good within like 2 weeks because they're just that cracked at the game. And then after that, the world's balance just doesn't exist anymore. It makes more sense to prove who's the best competitive player of the format to release everything at the same damn time. So that when we get the worlds, you don't have to make a special worlds ban list. Just have the best players from across each region, just like in every other competitive esport of gaming outside of the card game world does. Now, obviously, there might be some other niche games and things like that that don't release everything simultaneously. But once again, this is 2025. This ain't 1990. Everyone has access to the internet. Everyone's not living under a rock. And it just goes to show you how out of touch the boomers working at Konami in Japan and Pokemon too is just out of touch with gaming. And I saw a tweet or a comment section on a YouTube video. I can't remember which one. So don't quote me on this. That made so much sense to me. I laughed my ass off. And they pretty much said Yu-Gi-Oh is being ran by Japanese boomers who are 9 times out of 10 out of touch with card games, don't play card games, and can give two shits about card games. And I was like, yo, that is some real shit because think about it. Most boomers, I mean, most companies in general, from Sony, Konami, even over here in America with like Microsoft, they're all ran by at the very youngest Gen Xers, at the oldest boomers. And most of the Japanese companies are, let's be real, ran by boomers. Boomers own most of the wealth in the world. So a big trip, multi-million, probably billion-dollar company like Konami, 9 times out of 10 don't have any young blood in the office to make things actually good, fun, modernized. I mean, they have them working there, I would imagine, but there's not the people who actually making the decisions are the boomers. So a lot of boomers had a mentality: if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, why I agree with that statement, it ain't broke, don't fix it. One thing I disagree with is it ain't broke, don't fix it to a certain extent because yeah, things a wheel can move, but that don't necessarily mean a wheel don't move can't move better. Like people obviously we think have things like tires, but that don't necessarily mean tires can't be reinvented and re-innovated. Like it makes no sense in my opinion, once again, to have things so freaking separated. Like I ain't gonna lie, it's actually kind of killed the hype for a lot of stuff for me. Like I remember back in the day when the hero deck came out in the TCG and we had the mass hero stuff in those dope ass deck, but we still have Stratos on a ban list. I'm like, why? Why is Stratos on a ban list? Why can't we just have Stratos off the ban list like the OCG does? And for what it's worth, if they do keep things not separated and they bring everything together, TCG and OCG, they will ultimately have to give us the same ban list for everyone. Now, some players might be conflicted on this, and let me know how you guys feel about this in the comment section. Would you guys be okay with OCG and TCG combining and the entire world getting the ban list at the same time? Now, this would effectively probably remove all decision making from Konami TCG, Konami Europe. I don't know if Canada has their own division, and just pretty much put everything on the OCG because they make the ban list for the OCG anyway, and everyone else wouldn't probably have any say so because based on what I've learned this through the grapevines from talking to people who know a guy who works through Konami and talking to other YouTubers who may have worked with Konami before, they all pretty much said, yeah, OCG pretty much runs everything. We have to pretty much bow down to them and see what they want to do. So I don't know if they would make a format that's balanced enough that will make the whole world appreciate it. Like in my personal opinion, if they did ever combine everything, everyone from every economic department should have a collaborative effort, making the balance more balanced for the player. That is. However, once again, most boomers don't give a fuck about anything competitive, nerdy. They just want to make their money. If it ain't making a bottom line, it don't make sense. I mean, just like how they releasing the sets. Set releases are trash. They have everything like high rarity in the TCG. OCG is good. The Japanese player market is good. Their set design is good, but they're still screwing us TCG players over on like set design, rarity bump, and everything. And it just made things feel so outdated. I know games like Digimon announced that they were bringing the entire world together by releasing everything at the same time. And I think that was a really good Bandai decision. So shouts to Bandai, a company who, in my opinion, has completely did a complete 180 since I used to deal with them and play Naruto back in the day because they're killing it with their properties like One Piece. Gundam has a lot of hype. And before somebody says, "Oh, go play those other games if you don't like Yu-Gi-Oh," bruh, it's not about playing other card games. I am so invested into Yu-Gi-Oh. I want to see this game thrive. Yu-Gi-Oh! It has the potential to be the number one card game in the world, and it's so freaking frustrating to know a few minor tweaks can make it the number one card game in the world, but for whatever reason, the boomers that work at Konami is not allowing it to happen. Like today, I know it was kind of a funny thing. It kind of annoyed me a little bit. I saw like they were posted the Europe thing. Some dude had like a little briefcase. A lot of players got excited, said, "Hey, we're gonna get a ban list." And then he just trolled everybody. He opened the little briefcase. It was a slice of pizza. So I'm like, okay, it's a little. You get a little chuckle out of it, but it's kind of like when you already got a bunch of players kind of annoyed at the fact of not having a ban list, is it really that funny? Or is it kind of like, ah, okay, yeah, go fuck you guys, because that's not funny at all. So, yeah, and once again, no disrespect to the guy who did it. No disrespect to Konami. Do not harass them. This is just constructive criticism of a big fan of the company for 23 years that want the property to do better. Now, once again, this is a conflicted thing. A lot of people are saying, "Hey, you guys complain too much about Yu-Gi-Oh. If you guys hate Yu-Gi-Oh, just quit." No, I'm not gonna quit. I'm gonna speak my mind. If you guys don't like it, Oh, freaking well. I'm going to speak the truth. There's no damn reason in this time of the year, in this era of the world in general, to have separate things. I'll even go a step further. Not even just TCG and OCG, Master Duels should be the same thing as well. Why do we have a simulator that is separated from the main game? So we technically have three games that people can play. You can play, or technically four games if you include the Rush Duel stuff. You can play TCG, or five games if you include Edison. You can play TCG, you can play Edison. You play, if you're in Japan, you can play Rush Duels. You play OCG in Japan, and you can play Master Duel for everyone. Master Duel is effectively a combined version of TCG and OCG. And the format is so damn toxic, no one likes it. Maybe that's what Konami was doing. Maybe they used Master Duel as a way to test the waters to see how TCG and OCG will like a combined ban list. And if I'm being honest, man, I'm not a Master Duel player, but it makes sense to have everything uniform for your game. So that way, whoever plays Master Duel could be like, okay, I'm good on Master Duel. Cool. I actually want to play real life now. Let me go buy real life. They can actually play in real life events. In my opinion, that's how I would do things if I was a Konami. Combine everything: TCG, OCG, Master Duel, off the rip. And then after you do that, run your own little Master Duel events, run your real life events, and they could both be separate entities, like kind of like Pokemon does with the video game thing and then the actual card game. And obviously, Pokemon card game is not the video game version that plays competitively. However, if Konami did like a, let's say for example, a Master Duel online YCS, that would effectively remove the use of remote duels because remote duels post the C19 era just don't make sense to me, in my opinion. Like I know some people feel more comfortable playing with their cards, but if you can get a regional invite sitting in the comfort of your home playing Master Duel to go to actually the NAWCQ, that'd be dope. And in my opinion, you should be able to do that. Why shouldn't you be able to have regionals qualifiers via your online game at home? So that way, if you're a player who gets your invite via the online game, you can go to the event and play. And let's say, for example, if you get to like a certain rank and Konami can use like a discount code and they actually mail you your deck in the mail. So let's say, for example, you did an online regionals and you won your online regionals and you get the invite to nationals. And Konami said, okay, you won. Cool. We're going to print you your entire deck, all low rarity to keep it at cost low for them to produce, and then ship you your deck list home. So that way you can actually have your deck to compete if you're a player who's unfortunate enough not to be able to afford cards. I think that would not only make players happy, that'd be a freaking dope and a good PR move for Konami. So that's free game for Konami if you guys are listening and want it. But anyway, man, this is just a short video today, man. I just got off work. I'm a little tired. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. Like the video if you're new here. Want to subscribe for more, subscribe more. Also, for you guys that are here that made it to the end of the video, make sure you guys check out my description. And also, let me know how you guys feel about the voice, the actual faceless videos. I'm only doing these videos because a subscriber of mine has recommended it at the NAWCQ. And he told me I should just try it out because he said that he personally don't even look at my videos. He just listens to them. And, he says, maybe since you're working and things like that, it'll save you a lot more time, save you a lot of energy from hopping on the green screen, getting to get dressed and things like that. And I ain't gonna lie, I actually do enjoy these a little bit more than the green screen videos. It's a little easier for me to produce. So if you guys like these, let me know. And I'm out, man. Peace. See, you guys have a great rest of your day.